Good evening and welcome. Welcome to our Halloween especial number 2. So this year we're going to do a couple of things. We're going to do a cocktail, but before we do that, we're going to start with something that's near and dear to my heart because I'm a grown child, and just something I thought would be fun to share with some of you guys. Maybe some of my fellow age group people might enjoy this a little more than others, but yeah, I think that we should learn how to make a Ecto Cooler at home. That's right, the Ecto Cooler. So there's a new Ghostbusters movie coming out real soon, and it's made and produced by the son of the original director, and I'm just really stoked about it. So I think it's a good idea, because it is Halloween, to maybe pay a little tribute and learn how to make it at home. First, let's open this bad boy and see what it actually looks like. Get yourself a glass. If you can get your hands on this, you can go to eBay. You could probably find it on Amazon too. As you can see, it's got that green color to it. Almost looks like a green lemonade. It's not carbonated, and yeah, it tastes like a tangerine orange sweet drink. It's literally corn syrup, sugar, coloring, and tangerine and orange juices from concentrate. It's not bad. Now that I'm an adult, it doesn't have quite the, I think, appeal that it did as a kid flavor-wise, but the one we're gonna make right now, oh man, it's good. It's fun. So let's begin with our mise en place. We have 1 cup of fresh tangerine juice, 1 cup of orange juice, freshly squeezed. I mean, if you're gonna make a Halloween drink, if you're gonna make a fun drink, non-alcoholic or alcoholic, I mean, why not use fresh ingredients? I mean, this is at least a little better for you, you know? Instead of just corn syrup and flavoring, which isn't bad, mind you, doesn't taste bad. Next, we're going to use just a little bit, and I mean like a capful of blue raspberry syrup. Yep, we're gonna add our own little twist to this. Blue raspberry syrup. You're gonna notice right off the bat that mine is cloudier, okay? It's not gonna be so kind of green, see-through, yellowish type, like the lemon juice almost, right? Next, we're gonna add just like a 1/4 ounce of lemon juice, a 1/4 ounce of lemon juice, just to give it a little tart. You can always add as you go. So you can always add a little bit more lemon juice if you want it more sour, but what I'm gonna show you is we're going to add just a little bit, and I mean like a pinch of citric acid. I like mine sour, and I might even add a little bit more after I taste this. Okay, so we have our juices, we have our syrup, we have a little citric acid in there. Now let's add a little, maybe like 2-3 drops of green food coloring. Give it a little stir. So as you can see, the colors are similar. Obviously this one's a lot lighter, but this one has more body, more freshness. It just tastes better. This is really good. Again, I don't want to keep knocking this thing, right? But when you make things by hand with fresh ingredients, you just can't compare. This is healthier. It has no corn syrup. You could add some handmade simple syrup if you want. But yeah, no corn syrup. This also will not last as long as this will. Because of the additives and things, this will last a lot longer in your fridge. This will actually go bad pretty after about a week or so, maybe 2 weeks if you seal it up and throw it in the back of your fridge. So yeah, just minimal effort, a few ingredients, and I mean, again, you can substitute lemonade instead of using lemon, and then you have your sugar and your lemon together. You don't have to use exactly what I'm using, but I do recommend using the fresh orange and the fresh tangerine, at least with that. Go with that. Make yourself a nice punch bowl, Halloween style for the kids. Leave the booze out, and then maybe for the grown-ups, a little batch on the side with your, citron vodka or your flavored rum, or maybe just some good old-fashioned white rum. Delicious. Or maybe some gin. Goes well with all those things. Shake it with some ice, throw it in a martini glass, and if you really want to get fancy with it, get yourself a little magic and, that's right, funky cold Medina. Anyway, there you have it. Now I love Halloween. Ever since I was a little kid, just loved going trick-or-treating, loved decorating, and now As a dad, I love doing it with my kids. Now, when it comes to the bar, I love making it really comes down to two kinds of cocktails. The really, really pretty with the wow factor, like cool shooters or colorful drinks, a lot of bloody stuff, If you want to see a couple of these being used, or a couple of cool demonstrations of some different Halloween drinks, check out last year's Halloween episode by Adventures with Alchemy. It was a lot of fun making those, about 4 or 5 different fun cocktails. But today, we are sticking with a more of a craft cocktail. The stuff that makes you go, wow, when you look at it, and wow, when you taste it, because it's unlike anything you've tasted before. And hopefully that's what this cocktail is to you, because it is to me. It starts one way and then kind of changes, and it's just an experience in itself. So without further ado, let's learn how to make a stone watcher. So as you can probably hear the little bubbling and stuff, that's coming from all the special ice, magical ice that's in these bad boys. Come on, cool effects are cool effects. And that's one more thing you could do for your Halloween drinks, is use dry ice. Now, there are special containers for those. There's cool little plastic picks that you can lock in the dry ice into like a slot, put it into your drink. Really, really cool. You can see how a lot of these things are used, and you can check out some of these techniques from last year's Adventures with Alchemy Halloween video. So when you have a chance, check that video out too. Now, let's mise en place. Let's talk a little bit about the ingredients we're going to need for this cocktail. Okay, you are going to need orange juice. You are going to need pineapple juice, and remember, fresh squeezed. You're going to need coconut syrup, coconut cream, or a combination of the two. Lemon juice, a Luxardo cherry, a lime wheel or dehydrated lime wheel, doesn't really matter. If you got a cool light up cube, use the light up cube. If not, maybe put it into your favorite Halloween tiki mug. This is my favorite Halloween tiki mug this year. And for alcohol, you will need chartreuse, white rum, and Angostura bitters. Make sure it's green chartreuse, not yellow chartreuse. Now, I would love to explain to you what chartreuse is, but that would be a whole nother video, and we got to stay on theme here. So if you're interested in knowing more about chartreuse, throw a comment in the comment section. Let us know that's something you'd like to learn about, and we'll do a video. But until then, on with the Stone Watcher. Now, you can put this in your favorite Halloween tiki mug, but for now we're going to use a nice hurricane glass, okay? So let's get our tools out. We have our Hawthorne strainer, our 2-piece Boston shaker. I'm using tins. You can use glass, tin, plastic, whatever you want. Japanese style shaker, the 1 and the 2. Again, whatever you have, use. Just try to follow the recipe. In fact, just follow the recipe. How about that? Yeah. Anyway, we are always going to begin with the non-alcoholic ingredients, because if you mess up, then you're not wasting too much money. You're not wasting any of the good stuff, just the non-alcoholic stuff, which still costs money, but it's not as much as this. So always start with the non-alcoholic. So let's begin with a 1/2 ounce of orange juice. By the way, I'm pouring into the small one. So 1/2 ounce. Then 1.5 ounces of pineapple juice. Next, we want to do a 1/2 ounce of coconut cream or syrup, or combination of the two. This is actually Coco Lopez. Next, we're going to do 3/4 ounce of lemon juice. So next is the alcohol part. So you're going to take 2 ounces of white rum. Now, I'm using 3 Star Plantation. You don't have to use 3 Star Plantation. You can use Real McCoy, you can use Don Q, you can use Bacardi Silver. Just use white rum if you can. Right, 2 ounces. 1/2 ounce of chartreuse. You don't need to go crazy with this stuff. A little bit goes a long way. Unless you're making like a chartreuse swizzle or something, which again, if it's something you want to learn about, drop it in the comment section. And then next we're going to do 5 dashes. Depending on how much you like bitters, you can even go 6 or 7. But if you don't like bitters a lot, maybe 3. But yeah, 5 is how I roll. Okay, next go ahead and get some ice. Put it on in for the shaky shaky. Give it a good shake. Now here, if you have a light cube, is where you want to get it. Now, I'm not sure how it's going to look on camera, but in person, you want to set it to purple. Sometimes it can look red on camera, as you can see kind of above my shoulder. That's actually purple, but on camera, it looks more red. Just saying. So, go ahead and pour about half in. Drop a cube. So now that we have our spooky drink, we have our lime wheel garnish, we have our cube, and now don't forget the Luxardo cherry. Next, get yourself a straw and enjoy. Now you have the power to make your own stone watcher at home. Friends, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and if you have any requests, comments, concerns, questions, or you just want to talk some drop a comment in the comment section, and we hope to hear from you. Okay? Also, don't forget to check out last year's Halloween episode, as there's a bunch of other cool tips, tricks from our Adventures with Alchemy of last year. So one more thing. Shout out to Kindred Spirits Creations, who's making the coolest wreaths on the planet. Look for them on Facebook, Kindred Spirits Creations, and get yourself one of these awesome wreaths. I mean, look at this thing. This thing is awesome. She can make them for just about any type of season, occasion. Just drop her a line, see what she can do. I guarantee you she'll blow your mind. So please, friends, have a happy Halloween. Be safe, but have a great time. I hope I get to see all of you this happy Halloween, and we can all celebrate together. Cheers, my friends. Oh man, that is ghoulishly good. Sorry.